All right, Westbrook family. Uh, I'm running behind as usual, getting you guys update videos, but we got our next one coming here, middle of January. I'm going to show you what's going on with Scooter. I would call her little baby Scooter, but I don't know that she's such a little baby anymore. Um, hey, come here, baby. Good girl. She definitely is not a teeny tiny little baby anymore. She is growing very quickly. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And really just exactly what I would expect to see. Um, cause we're what, right about the 6 month mark, coming up on 6 months anyway, I think. And I really like what I see out of Scooter. She really reminds me a lot of Rory. I mean, just kind of a little clone of Rory in a lot of ways. Very spunky, very high drive, very bold. Um, definitely, definitely fearless. I think she's got all the intangibles to make a really nice gun dog, and a really good companion. So I like what I see out of her. At this stage, she's definitely, this is what I usually refer to as the wild Indian stage, where the dog is big enough to really get into stuff, but absolutely has no idea in terms of what formal rules are. So this is the stage where your furniture gets chewed up, and everything gets destroyed, and they look cute after that. But anyway, Scooter here is off to a good start. She's a hoot. She's quite the little character. So we're really, starting to transition from puppyhood into adulthood. And so this is the time where we're going to start to help her understand that there are very specific rules that I need her to follow, and that I am going to give her a command. I am not giving her a request. It is a command that she must follow. And so we're going to help build those ideas in her mind, and we're going to do it a little step at a time. So this is kind of really the beginning of what we call formal training. She's about the age now where we see a lot of dogs come in, that are about this level, that are really energetic, have had some early introductions, and it's time to really get serious about their training. At this point, let me look. You still got them. She has lost both her canines without any difficulty, so that's good. Those adult canines are on their way in. They are not all the way in, which means she is finishing teething, which means we are not going to be doing any retrieving at this time because her mouth is going to be sore. So what we are working on at this time, like I said, is introducing to formal obedience, and introducing some of these other concepts that she's going to be seeing. One of which is something as simple as just hearing a duck call. I mean, she is here inside the shop with me, hanging out, being a dog, and she knows that we're in a safe spot, and I'm just going to start blowing a duck call. We want her to understand that she's going to hear that sound, and that this is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Some dogs get freaked out by sounds, and we want to make sure that she is used to hearing that, and she wants to play with it, is mostly what she wants to do. You gonna grab it? Go get him. Okay. So there certainly doesn't seem to be anything wrong there. Also, I'm sitting on a bucket, which is one of the things that she will have to get accustomed to at a hunt test. Being able to be comfortable with me sitting on a bucket and controlling her. We also have over here the black rubber mat is another object that she is going to see at a hunt test. She has to be comfortable working off of a black rubber mat. And then finally, of course, we need the dog to be comfortable with the gun. So before we do a lot of introduction to gun sound, we like to introduce the object itself. Some dogs get weird about the actual, a shotgun. We've had several dogs that I've seen that were uncomfortable with the object, thinking, because I mean, obviously it is a weapon, but like thinking it was something someone would swing at them or something. So we want to make sure that the dog is comfortable seeing the gun, seeing the mat, seeing the bucket, seeing the duck call, and used to these things. And we wanted them to be able to hear the sounds of this object, knowing that there's nothing wrong or scary about running the action on a gun, blowing a duck call, because all of these things are all going to be part of her hunt test career that she'll have to be comfortable with. So, all in all, the early introductions look great. No concerns whatsoever. No red flags. She is very healthy. She's well socialized. Um, she likes picking up birds. She minds me pretty well. So I like what I see. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about what comes next with her formal obedience. So we're going to get a leash on. Hey, there you go. Good girl. So we're going to put on our slip lead leash, and we're just going to walk around the shop here in some circles, keeping her on my left side. Good. And of course, she's been doing this. I assume you guys must have done some of this because she took to the leash very easily. Um, but I got her on my left side, and I'm making left-hand turns here, so that keeps her on the inside of me, which makes it very easy. She can't get off outside of me to go mess with stuff on the outside of the room. So this is kind of the easiest position for her. And what I'm doing is I am reading her body. Right now, her body tells me she's happy, she's alert, she's learning. Her tail is wagging. She feels comfortable. She's not sniffing the ground. She's looking at me. Good girl. Good. And I really like what I see. So I'm going to come back here to the mat. Just going to keep her following around for now. I'm going to come to the mat and I'm going to stop. And I want good sit. Good. So she's sitting nicely, which is what I want her to do when we come to the mat. All right. Except I want her to kind of straighten it up a little bit. Good. I want her facing this direction. Good girl. Good. Good. Nope. Okay. So we're going to come here. We're going to bring her into heel. Good. And I kind of took a step back with my left leg so that I gave her room to get in here. I take that big step back and then bring her back forward and tell her to sit. Good girl. That's a little bit off. I want you to come back in, straighten it up, and sit. So we're just going to slowly shape this sit. Good. And she wants to look at me because she's, she's seeking, affirmation. She's seeking attention, and that is perfectly fine. We want her to look to me for attention, but I want her face looking, her body lined up, going out away from me. So I like what I see here. Okay, here. Let's try one more. Heel. Nope, not gonna go quite far enough to die. Good girl. Good. Sit. Good. There we go. Good girl. So I think we're off to a really good start with Scooter. I think she's really talented. I think she's beautiful. I think she's very intelligent. I think she's an absolute sweetheart of a dog. She's affectionate. She's very loving. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you good girl. I think she's going to make a great dog, and we're off to a good start.